Why is clap literally almost me? This is disturbing.
Wart.
Diddy blood. Yeah. I am gonna kill you.
Yeah. Lol.
We begin with the swearing in of President Boy.
Xbox.
Actually, we do the VP first, I think. Get
We
up here,
do.
Jim.
Hi guys.
Repeat after me.
Repeat after thee.
I, Donald J. Jim.
I Gamald versus Don.
Do swear.
Do solemnly curse.
That we will bring back the Amethyst Order.
That we will restore the new Bulgarian front.
Glory to the Tsarina Liana.
Glory to Rock Slavicast.
In Jesus' name, amen.
O prophet of the children of Israel, golly forgive me, for I take the Lord's name in vain. But dear Jesus, golly.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
It's me.
Yo, what's up? There's a phantom up there. I have beer.
Get down, Mr. President.
What's wrong with that?
Repeat after me.
All right.
I, John Xbox Booth.
I, John Xbox Booth,
Do swear.
do swear
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Let's go.
Jim, I forgot to let you give a speech.
Hi guys. You all know me. I've been here a lot. I was VP once before. I was a simple tits man then. And still a simple tits man now. But do you know what isn't now? Now is not the time for a repeated reign. I promise, although I am VPA second time. I will improve on my faults from my first vice presidency. I will do more to fight the deep slate than ever before. And I will bring unity to the strudel. Gay strudel. I've upgraded the infamous bow. The deep slate cannot run. That is all.
Go President Boy.
Alright, hello everyone. I want to thank you for being here. And it is an honor to be your brand new president of Strudel, you know, winning by a landslide. But as the new president, I hope I can work with VP Gem here to do a lot of awesome things for the server. I want this server to be the funnest it's ever been. I want to do a bunch of fun shit. I just want to have fun around here. You know, I don't want to do too much LARPy stuff. You know, and most importantly, I'm gonna help in the fight against the deep slate. All right, I've got this blood bucket. I've got this deagle. I've got this beer right here, and this is all I need. I'm gonna run in there. I'm gonna defeat the deep slate. In fact, I will give a demonstration right now of how I plan to do this. There you go. That's actually pretty much it. I don't get
I didn't do anything.
No, he's dead. Trust.
No, I think
It's
he's
very dead.
nothing changed about the deep slate lock.
No, everything changed. But look, there's arrows in it. Well, there were arrows in it. But what the fuck?
Oh shit, that's the
Get this
deep
out of
slate.
here! What the fuck? Ow.
Whoa, you
well,
did the deep slate. Alright.
I was an unexpected attack, but you know, we're alright. See, that's what we're gonna do to the deep slate. We're gonna take them all
What
down.
do you
Deep
mean?
slate down.
You already defeated the deep slate. It's dead. You just killed it.
I mean, you never know when more can return.
The deep slate has many agents.
Are you saying
it's
That
not
was
just
just a
one.
drone.
The
Crazy.
deep slates. Yeah, plural. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna make sure to take down a deep slate. We're gonna make server awesome. That's about it. I'm getting kind of drunk.
Drunk on power. Uh-oh.
No.
I will give my opener.
Okay, opener.
Mr. President, please executive order the previous election matchup results I forgot. Anyways. So like. My wedding is tomorrow. 10 p.m. Est.
Isn't it 8, 9?
9 p.m. Est. We have a thread in the activity board. Go check it out. You're all invited. That is all. Any other speakers?
I'll go last.
There's a quick thing I want to say. I do really appreciate the new addition of the EU legislative meetings now, um, because for a while it's been known that there's been a bit of an issue where a lot of Europeans on the server haven't really been able to attend these meetings and haven't been part of the discussion, haven't really been able to voice their thoughts in the meeting live. So I really do appreciate this new system in place because I feel like more people will get their voice heard. They'll be part of the conversation, and the vote will feel maybe a little more fair. I think because of this, so I think this is just a very good thing. Um, that's pretty much all I want to say.
Any other speakers? Guys, Jem is the priest at the wedding. You don't wanna miss it.
Yeah, guys. I am gonna be doing some holy flummery. The holiest shits you've seen.
Holy cow.
Bro. Don't curse.
What is he doing?
O prophet of the children of Israel stick. IDK what it's called. The O prophet of the children of Israel
A
T.
cross.
Nah, the
Applesauce, I
O
think.
prophet of the children of Israel T. Crisscross applesauce.
A crucifier.
Oh yeah.
We gonna be crossing our I's and dotting our T's.
Crucifix, yeah?
This wedding is gonna be holy as tarnation. Pull up. Also, we are still at a legislative meeting.
I'm getting married before Rileperp. I think that's awesome. Rileperp sucks.
So I would like to give the speech that I always do. In spite of all the crazy developments on the strudel and recent controversies involving wings, especially left ones, I have to remind you all that today we should not vote for what's right for our pockets, but rather for what's right for my pockets. And my pockets are the server's pockets. Because I will donate all my wealth to improving the strudel. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I will be releasing my tax returns from the years 2000, 2002, and 2025. Ignore the gaps in the years, they're insignificant. That is all.
Holy shit. It war.
Claptrap is presumably going to become the leader of the new Popular Front, formerly the New Left. I'd like to invite him up here to speak on his vision for the party and shit.
If I'm being perfectly hosent, I don't think it will last long. But as long as the remnant is there, I'll try to keep everyone who was and still is together. As far as policy is Cockner ND, we will have to discover that together with who is left in the party. As a large majority of the Angel policymakers are gone. So as of current we are a mostly blank slate with left-leaning ideas. I think that's all for now.
Any other speakers? We move on. Could General D please come speak on Prop 225? Customizable player models compatibility.
He's nuts. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Sai is on. Cool. The customized the compatibility proposal. I'm sorry. Yeah, it adds some compatibility mods with customizable player models that will give much more functionality to the customizable player models mod. And I want these so I can make the model I'm working on even better. I could give examples, but you don't have to worry about that. Also, the proposal, as a little treat, makes my size in Pekui 1.33. So I'm big. I think that's it.
Any objections?
I would speak on it. General D is cool and a smart person. I am quite sure that even though I don't understand what the hell any of that means to those who do use custom models, this seems cool.
So, that was an objection. But okay.
Yeah.
Gale, any objections? Server objection side.
I just said I would speak on it.
Well, then you wait for general comment. I ask for objections. Any objections? Does anyone wish to further comment on this bill? We move on.
Were there any comments on this bill at the EU meeting?
No.
No.
Noted.
Please vote using the link posted.
Please vote using D's nuts.
How would I do that?
Skill.
Well, if you have a touch screen.
I don't know, my phone is pretty small. I think I would miss and vote no.
Use your trackpad.
What's it? What is that? On the laptop thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to like press it for it to work. I wouldn't be able to do that with these nuts.
You can just tap.
No, I have to like actually press hard. on
Could
this.
someone from a PC please come speak on Prop 233, the Nether?
Hi guys.
Hi, Gem.
This netherrack flummery. It's pretty tarnationing lame. Most of our nether is that right now. But recent proposals have added like new content to the nether. Like Miriam's souls like. Unfortunately, all nether chunks are already generated. And thus they will not receive the new content in an update. Which is kinda lame. So yeah, no. Although I love going into my backpack. And like whipping out 1000 nether rack. There's far more fun flummery we can do in the end. I am just saying. This proposal aims to fix that issue. Bigly fix it actually. By expanding the nether. And genning new chunks. Which means new content. New content is good. Because it's fun. Muskets are good. Muskets are fun. Muskets can be used on the new bosses this expansion will add. Which is good. That's why you should vote yes on this cool prop, guys. That is all.
Ian, please. I'm gonna freaking read
War.
the skybox.
A battle. Lol.
No
Bro
more.
fell and got negdifed.
Any objections to this proposal? Any other comments?
Rush to poll.
We move on. Please vote using the link posted. Yogurt. Could Craftocracy speak on Prop 239? The Apply the E2 Act.
Okay, time for number 2.
Bro is number 2ing on stage.
I am proposing we add the mod applied energists 2 from here on, referred to as A2. A2 is a mod that adds a centralized digitized storage system. That allows for item movement as well as storage of items via a digital systems. That can all be accessed via panels placed in positions of your choosing or wirelessly accessed. This mod can simplify the output of factories, mines, and other systems immensely. As well as make the entire process of storage in general significantly more convenient. There's also so fun additions like spatial storage, which allows for the storage of buildings. I would say this mod would make the entire process of storing and keeping items organized significantly better and understandable for all players. I would like to thank you all for listening. Any questions about the mod, what it does, or how you could use it?
Could you elaborate on the storing buildings aspect of it? The spatial storage?
So that falls under spatial storage. The idea is you use pylons built in a grid like fashion around buildings of certain size, general not huge, but they can be decently big, then they are stored in a chip that can be picked up, then you seeing another set of pylons placed back down.
Alright, I don't have an issue with that.
You can set up a system where multiple builds could be in the same location. It can be quite cool acutely. Okay, next question. Anyone?
Hi.
Yes, Gem.
Anonymous Titsman here. Not Gem.
Noted. Hi, Anonymous Tits Man.
How do you think spatial storage compares to our current portability system, which is schematics in a Canon?
Schematics doesn't directly move the items, it dismantles it, then moves spatial storage, saves the blocks into a chip, then places it back down at the command of a block so nothing is broken.
Noted. Follow-up question. Why A2 over sophisticated storage like right now?
Oh shit, it's the new
Negdift.
it's the new scary villagers.
Stop with the fireworks now.
Oh shit, Claptrap, what did it drop? Give it to me.
No, it was a mob.
Drop it! Yes, please.
We were
Oh, this is
killing
so
it.
cool. Hell yeah.
There's another one.
Quick, kill it, it drops a cool totem. Unless it's not the real one.
No, I think it was a dummy 'cause I was just blinded.
Oh yeah, it was a dummy. I want to show you what the totem of illusion does.
Anyways, back to Clap.
Alright, maybe later.
Well, sophisticated doesn't have networks which allow for one centralized point of storage access or a way to get access to all your storage via points you set. SOF basically makes you go to one room for your storage, while A2, you could put your interface in any room.
Noted.
Or better yet, you could carry a wireless interface on hand which gives a handheld interface over a certain distance. It basically makes the process of accessing items SIGNF easier.
Noted.
I figure if you already got the items, why have to go through high hell to use and find them? Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, Nate, do speak up, by the way.
Okay, so
Louder, Nate.
expensive. Louder?
You're really quiet.
Turn up my mic.
Yeah.
Oh, window. One moment. I need to turn on window settings. Is this better? Sorry, I was having a PC issue. But,
Yeah?
so, is this a very, like, how expensive is this to set up? If I wanted to set up a storage system, is this, like, a very expensive thing? Or, like...
It's not that expensive. Most of the resources that aren't the newly added ones everyone has.
Okay, so that was my question.
But there are the new stuff that you will need to get. Such as Certus quartz.
Actually, I also have a
Follow up.
question.
General first.
No, Gem can go.
Will new stuff require a new chunk reload, new border?
Admin comment.
Yes, but according to Gem that will happen.
Gale.
Gem.
Gale.
The border expansion will not happen until after this meeting's mods are in the pack.
Fingers are tired.
Duly noted. General can go.
Have you, Claptrap, have you heard of Tom's Simple Storage mod?
Yes.
So, I've looked into it, and basically, it also allows you to connect your chests and access all items from your chests via a terminal. Why not go for Tom's simple storage? Since it's, simpler and doesn't have all the other stuff.
A2 just has more convenience features, and personally I find it to just be a slighter worse version.
Okay, because now that I remember that Tom's storage exists, I prefer it to applied energetics to
Because
a lot
Tom's
more.
doesn't have the Severus for storage and wireless axes.
Actually, to me, that's a plus that it doesn't have that. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, those things are overpowered.
It's not like a mile gale, it's around the wireless axis points.
Still,
Wi-Fi flummery.
Anywho. Any other questions?
I think we go to objections now.
I need to test something first. You guys go without me.
any objections? Any objections?
Is it, if nobody's gonna go, then I'll go now. Just I need to look up if because
I
I'm
can
pretty
go
sure.
first.
Yeah, you go first.
People of the strudel. It's time to lock in the mod pack. We cannot continue adding unnecessary mods. And this mod brings nothing of substantial value to the table, as well as being overpowered. That is all.
Okay, I'll speak. Claptrap, do you wanna respond?
That doesn't make sense. How can it bring nothing and be overpowered?
That's actually true.
Nothing substantial.
Anyway,
How is it op if not substantial?
Substantial to everyone on the server. No one is going to use this shit.
But if 'tis op, then it would be substantial.
I would use this
I'm right, I'm
flummery.
always right, shut up. Go general.
anyway, first of all, I think the aesthetic of applied energetics 2 is kind of balls because we have create on the server and it's like a cool steampunk aesthetic, and applied energetics 2 is like sci-fi neon RGB computers, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Then the as an engineer,
I
as a
don't like gay people.
yeah, as an create engineer, the transport of items by a different means. If it's a belt, if it's like a whatever the thing is that throws items around, that's a big part of the mod. So wirelessly accessing transporting items throughout the factory without belts and stuff, I think that's lame and boring, and I don't think anybody should like. It's just boring. It makes so much stuff in it would make so much stuff just so simple, so boring, and I don't even know. Like, it's to the point where you make the game so easy and streamlined that what's even the point anymore? I guess you can engage with the mechanics, no, but I don't like it. Anyway, I've like 10 minutes ago I remembered that there's Tom's storage mod, Tom's simple storage mod, which allows you to connect your chests to the network, centralized network. You can connect all your chests and access all of the items. It doesn't have the whatever those are called, the memory cards that store items. It doesn't have that. So I think Tom's simple storage would be a much more nicer alternative to applied energetics 2 that doesn't make the game like boring and not interesting, and it, and the aesthetic of IFS. No, I'm not. I'm SSI. I'm the evil, even more evil party.
Take notes.
I was gonna vote. I was
Noted.
gonna vote.
SSI declared evil on stage.
Evil laugh. I was gonna vote for applied energetics too, but now that I know that there is a better alternative for it, I implore you to vote no on
Alternative
this.
4.
Yeah.
Bro used evil laugh emote, ain't no way.
Vote no on this, and when Tom's simple storage comes in, vote
Bro
yes
said
on
myaha
that.
ha ha ha.
Cause I would play with that. I actually dig that one a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna evilly dig into the ground now.
What the fuck?
He's gone.
Any other objections?
As a side note about belts, they have been prone to cause lag in mass amounts.
That's a skill issue as a create engineer.
I don't think that's true. Or rather, it's misleading. If you build shitty machines, of course they're gonna lag.
No, it is they've done test.
No.
Weirdly, belts is one of the laggier items.
Hasn't Sugary sent like a profiler thing on the
Shush.
belts that don't
It's
lag?
true,
Any other
Sugary did
objections?
prove it.
Any other objections? Any further comment?
Can I comment?
I enjoy mozzarella cheese.
So, like, I forgot who said it, but someone was talking about how... Frick, I've forgotten what I was going to say at this point. Wait, one moment. But also,
Tom's simple
with,
storage.
like... Crap, no, it wasn't that. But with, like, the, belts causing lag, at some point, if you have a bigger, like... The bigger your factories get, the more you do have to use belts. And also, I feel like AE2, I haven't used it, but I have watched some stuff on it, and I feel like it doesn't replace that. It mainly just helps, like, I don't want to be sorting through, like, 1,000 chests to find 5 items that I need for, like, a crafting recipe, which I feel like AE2 solves that, and that's the main reason that at least I would want it, is to solve the issue of, like, with Create and a lot of the more advanced mods, they have so many items to make one recipe. Like, and you have to get, like, your inventory full of crap and you have to do like multiple things because there's like so many things that craft into other things. You just go down a rabbit hole, and it takes so long because you have to sort for every individual item through your stuff. And I feel like that's just, it's not needed. It's inefficient, and I feel like it's just not needed at all. And I think that was my point.
Any further comment?
Yeah, Nate, I have 4 backpacks and like 8 double chests of sophisticated storage, and that's my entire storage. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I haven't run into any issues crafting items. You just have to label your storage so you find stuff easily.
Bro General, you're like the most orngazed person every.
But I feel like also then you have to go through all your backpacks and like if you like a lot of times when I'm building stuff or I'm like doing create stuff, I'll have my inventory full of blocks. So it's like going through all of my backpacks to get like all of the blocks out because I don't have like I feel like general you're at a point to where you basically have infinite storage on your person, but I feel like not everybody has that. And
Yes, and I think it's harder to make like an applied energetic stew storage than to get yourself some backpacks that have a lot of storage. So this doesn't
I
solve the new player issue.
but like I just feel like it's just so much easier to craft stuff with AE2 because you don't have to take all the items out of your backpack
Well, look,
to do it.
we
How do
can
I
have
craft this again?
Tom's simple storage. It doesn't craft for you, but it has an integrated crafting grid with the interface, and you can just take any items out of your storage and craft
Well,
them
How did that
I
unpack?
don't I don't know anything about Tom Simple Storage, so I have really no comment on that.
it's
I
like
would have to
A2
do some
but
research.
very neat and simple and doesn't have all the overpowered features.
I still feel like, but I feel like when people were talking about how being able to access it from like with the wireless transmitters being overpowered, you literally just said that you can store literally anything anybody would ever need in like a bunch of backpacks and then just bring that anywhere.
Yes.
And I feel like that's just, I would just
I
so much
wasn't
rather have an actual
I
storage
Don't
system.
mean
wasn't
I'm okay with
talking
that too.
I didn't mention wireless storage at all. I mentioned the fact that you can transport items like very easily with the tubes that doesn't have, any belts. No belts.
Yeah, but I do, I get that, but still, I do feel like, yeah, belts do cause a lot of lag, and this has been, I'm pretty sure this has been proven before, is that belts are not a very efficient thing for your computer resources. At least client side lag. I don't know about server side, but I do know that, like, if you go to a place with a bunch of belts, it does screw with you. I
Are
think
we
I'm done.
done?
Yep.
Any further comment? We move on.
Oh, yeah, Tom's storage doesn't require you to find all these meteors and the inscribers and whatever. It's pretty simple, by the name. So it's even better for new players.
Please go vote using the link posted.
Fun fact. Between this and the last prop was half an hour.
Is that a lot?
Reasonably so, I believe. This is a Craftocracy news bulletin. Claptrap has been confirmed as the new leader of the new Popular Front, formerly the New Left. No objections in the vote. 100% approval.
Oh, coolio.
Would you like to speak on that, Claptrap?
Sure, just a few words. Thank you to all the members left, and I'll do my best to keep thing in a good state no matter where that takes us. Even if we don't last long, we will have fun.
Could someone from SSI please come speak on Prop 214? M2 bundle.
I guess I'll have to do it. Alright, so let me open up the page. So this is Mira's bundle, and it has 4 mods. The first mod is Dynamic Trim, which adds... Oh, by Gem. Which... Hold up. I think it adds... I don't know. It adds trim textures to all trimmed... to armors in your inventory. And it has different trim textures for each trim. Which is pretty nice. The second mod is Simple Hats, which Simple Hats adds like different hats that you can get from chests, and by I think you get the hat. I think you get some kind of like loot box bag that you open and it drops you a random hat. You could find those in chests, in structures, and also when a skeleton kills a creeper, or I don't know any if it's other mob also counts, but those drop those bags also, and you get like cats, not cats, but hats, and you could put them on your head. That's a lot of hats. Anyway, the next mod is game discs. Oh no, actually, the loot box bags drop from any hostile mobs. Because I messed it up. The game discs adds like game cartridges. Ooh, embarrassing. Good thing it's not my proposal. Uh-oh. Anyway, the game discs adds like game cartridges that drop from creepers killed by skeletons, and you can play those games on like the item Game Boys that you can craft.
Bro
And
droped
the
evil
games are
laugh
like-
number 4 soundboard.
Yeah, I'm so evil. I have an evil factory. Anyway, the games are like Flappy Bird type games. And the last thing, is craftable name tags. You can now craft name tags with 3 string, 2 paper, and 2 iron ingots. You can craft them now. And that's it.
Any objections?
Yes.
You say it so enthusiastically.
So this just adds a lot of cosmetics. Aside from craftable name tags, that's a ton of items. Filling up J and the mod pack. And considering? We already have so many customization options. We don't need more. Aside from the craftable name tag. This seems our effort in excess.
Yeah, we can make custom hats with customizable player models.
I mean, look at Pence hat. It's freaking a skyscraper. That's from... You
Yeah.
ain't gonna get that from a mod, man. Custom.
While I do love cosmetics mage, we can literally make our own.
Also,
I do like the name tag though.
I would like to point out that I have the what is it called? I have basically a trim resource pack, and I have the dynamic trims feature without the mod.
Point being, it just feels like a lot for what it is. It is literal cosmetics after all. Except the name tag. Like that one. Anywho, that's all.
I'd like to talk about game discs, okay? Again, it's time to log in the mod pack. And stop adding unnecessary shit. We've been adding to it for 4 months now. We have enough. Now on game discs. This mod is incredibly unnecessary.
Does and CC do the same thing.
You can play games on Craftocracy. Yeah. Multiplayer ones too. In theory. Don't tell me you're gonna log more than 5 minutes on Minecraft Flappy Bird from game discs.
Nah.
This is a novelty that will get old quickly. And no one will use the mod after a few days. We need Mira to stop bundling good mods with shitty mods. That's how we ended up with the disaster of the M1 bundle.
Penta just use CC computer.
Don't repeat it. That is all. Any other objections?
Did Penta just say Fappy Bird?
Okay, so I don't really have too many objections
Pent wants to play Fatty Bird.
What the fuck? I don't have too many objections to the mods in the mod pack themselves that haven't already been said, but I just need to say, can we stop bundling just these random mods that have like no correlation with each other? This has already kind of been like
Preach.
touched on, but like I understand if it's like I think there was like a bundle about like trains or like transportation earlier. That makes sense, right? Because that's like
There
that
wasn't.
those okay, well, it makes sense because
It'll
those
be
mods
honest.
are actually related, but like here it's just like we're adding okay, there's two cosmetic mods, there's one that adds video games, and there's one that adds the craftable name tags. And, you know, the craftable name tags are cool, but if I want them, then why do I have to vote on this bundle? It's so dumb, and if the mods aren't related in any way, we shouldn't be bundling them. I feel like this should just be added to the legislature separately. Um, if you have a problem with like mods you can't add because you have more than one proposal, just ask me, bro. I'm the president. I can put four of these things in. So yeah, that's basically all I gotta say.
Yeah, the train one will be soon. Later this meeting.
Any other objections?
Beans rolled a nat 1 twice.
Any further comment? We move on. Please go vote using the link posted. Could General D please can speak on Prop 199, the choo-choo expansion?
Let's go! Finally. So we need to. Yeah, I can speak on it finally. Took us so long to get this out because of the block. Anyway, it adds many mods related to trains. I'll try to quickly summarize what they are. The first one is create track map, and that one basically with a link that will be put in the information tab, and you can watch like the entire track map automatically update in your browser. All the trains moving around, you can click on them, it'll show you their name. You can click on the stations, it'll show you the name of the station. It's cool. You can see when the train arrives without looking at the again. It's pretty cool. And I talked to Gail. Gail said that it's possible to integrate the website of the track network into the stations, and you could zoom in and look around the track map with computer craft. That would be cool. Anyway, Railways Navigator, next mod, adds cool train displays that show a lot of information in how much time train arrives, where is the next station. You can put that on a train and it works, and it shows you inside the train name of the station. We need that. We need that for cool trains. We've been waiting for that. Next mod, heart stalling. I'll do the heart stalling. Hell yeah. Next mod is train perspective, and basically what it does is it improves on the vanilla create feature of rotating the player camera when the player is sitting on the train. So in vanilla create, base create, that is the only time your camera rotates, is when you're sitting, and it doesn't even move up and down. And with the train perspective, even when you're not sitting on a train, even when you're just standing on it, your camera rotates with the train, and it even rotates up and down. So it's much more immersive. You will have to disable a setting in the config of create config so it doesn't conflict. But that's the only issue, and it's fine, it'll be better. Create bells and whistles. Next mod adds train related decorative blocks, like the pilots / cow catchers in front of the trains. It adds that, and I think it's pretty cool. The next mod is pattern schematics, and that basically solves the problem of creating detailed long bridges with trains, because you can have a schematic that repeats like infinitely, and you can put the schematic on a train in deployers, and the deployers will build the bridge for you as it moves forward. So that's pretty goated. So if we want long bridges across the ocean that look good, we need that mod to build that without many issues. And the last mod is create cards. It's not really related to trains, but it's just I just put it in there because you could do a lot with it. That even with trains, you could do a lot with it. It's like you get a key card, you bind it to a key card reader, and when you click with a key card on the key card reader, it activates. and it's done with in the style of Create, and it's a lot more features than I remember right now. It's just a good feature. I added it in there because it's, to me, it seems like uncontroversial. I don't think there are any objections to that. That's it. If there are questions, I mean, we can talk about it. We can stall for as long as we want. All right. I love trains. Exploit told me to talk about how much I love trains. Strangely enough, I'm not autistic. I talked to a psychiatrist some time ago, like half a year ago, and I wasn't diagnosed with autism, but I still like trains. And I like the train network that we could build. Yeah. It's like an autism stereotype, you know, when you know what, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say what I was planning to say. With me and Lemon have been kind of planning out the train network and working on it. I'll build the train stations that are on the world border right now. We have the world border 3 kilometers from here. I will build the train stations on the border, you know, and then okay, I'm not reaching Chad right now. I don't know what's going on. This is very weird. Basically the border stations on the world border right now, they will be like a set off point from which a single railroad will go, straight railroad will go, and it's like a Trans-Siberian railroad. If you know what it is, it's the Trans-Siberian Railroad. I think we could come up with a cool name for that. Now for the trains that go beyond 3,000 blocks. Yeah, lots of planning needs to go into that. I implore you to build your train stations so we can start connecting them. Yeah. I actually didn't speak on Railways Navigator enough. I didn't mention the feature that you can basically get an item that can plan a route for you.
Test.
And it's very smart. And it's very cool. Basically like a little phone. And you can click on a button and it shows a pop-up with the interface. Google Maps, but with trains. It's like you got a Neuralink in your head. Anyway. I've stalled enough, Gale. Do I need to talk more?
Any objections to this proposal? Any further comment?
man, I'm tweaking. I cannot hear anything. This game has there's no audio. Hang on, guys. My headset broke today and it made me really sad. I have to change all my audio devices. Hang on. There we go. I can hear again.
Can you hear me?
Yay.
Let me look at what this proposal is and then I'll say something about it. Maybe.
You wouldn't know what
It's
if you listen
trains.
to me rant about it.
About
Not rant, but
trains.
Any further
yap
comment?
about it.
Look at it. Okay,
We will
this
wait
is
on
good.
Lemon.
Who added all these
add
bushes?
This. That's my comment. Add this.
God.
This is fire.
God, good one.
This is good for the server.
Is that all?
Yeah, basically. Thank you.
Any further comment? Stop shooting each other. Final warning.
network now!
We move on. Please ignore the poll I posted. I just remembered this has to go through the U meeting before that. Could General D please come speak on Prop 194? Redstone Stuff Act.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so we have a lot of... Oh yeah, Lemon needs to rejoin. We have a lot of create stuff on the server. And I've noticed that the redstone part of the server has not been touched on at all. So, I wanted to add some redstone mods that would bring up that part of the server in a way. So first off, we have the redstone pen mod, which is like a pen, and you can paint redstone wires not only on the ground, but on the walls and the ceilings, and that can make like wiring really tight knit and easy without redstone links, which I have noticed can stop working after some time if you don't chunk log it. So that's a pretty good solution for that. The next mod is additional redstone. It basically adds a lot of basic logic gates like the NAND, NOR, and XNOR, and I want that because in my factory I have to do a lot of conditions and checks so nothing overflows, everything works, everything shuts off with all conditions counted in, and that will simplify that a lot. It also adds other blocks that I like. Ooh, toggle latch, timer, that's nice. I would like that. The next mod is the integrated circuit, and basically it's a logic gate on crack. You place it and you open its menu and you can build an integrated circuit in it, like a little redstone contraption in it. And it simulates that. Not the pistons, but like the logic stuff. Redstone, torches, repeaters. Anything that you can do in a 15 by 15 scale with like torches and redstone and repeaters, you can do in there, and that's very compact and nice. The last one is alternate current. What it does is it changes how redstone update order works. It makes it a lot faster and a lot more easier to understand to non-technical players, because I gotta be real with you, the update order in base game is fucking dukes. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. I
What
could
happened
make
to
you a
that
demonstration.
steampunk vibe, bro lol?
What do you mean? You're not... Are you talking to me?
No interruptions, please.
Yeah, I mean, it will break some contraptions that rely on the stupid-ass update order in vanilla game, but as a technical player, I did not need to build a contraption like that yet, and I don't think I will. I think it's a very good trade-off. We're basically not losing anything for improved performance on Redstone and better update order. Anyway, I think that's it. Are there any questions on any of the mods? I don't think there are any questions. Any objections?
No. No. Any objections?
Objections. All right, I'll say
Any
that next time.
objections? Any further comment?
I like the redstone on ceilings.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah, that's cool. We move on. I've really been enjoying the background music this meeting. I will now speak on
goated.
Prop 240. Star
Oh,
Initiative.
hell yeah.
General D pretty much said everything I was going to say. Oh hell yeah. Let me tell you about this thing. called instant runoff voting. Instant runoff voting is the system we use currently. And it may seem okay on the surface. But it's actually quite flawed. So here we have an example of the instant runoff ballot. In order to cast your vote, you must select a ranking for every candidate. Every candidate. So if you don't like one of the candidates, you put them last on your ballot so they never get your vote. But if you don't like multiple candidates, you still have to rank them. And in the end, your final vote could end up going to the... which is ass.
Yeah, true.
There's also an issue here in misleading results. So here we have the results for the 6th election. Atlas placed last. However, if you were paying attention to the general consensus on the server, you probably noticed Atlas was a much more popular candidate than Minerva. We just can't see it because we can't see those second choices. So I'd like to try something here. If you voted Atlas at either first or second, come up on stage right now, right next to me.
TP me.
Everyone.
So that was almost every attendee.
I did vote.
Which is an incredible amount. That you cannot see in the results. It's fucked up. Under a scoring system, it's likely that the results won't show. Minerva at last and Atlas at second. Which matches up more with the general consensus of the server. Everyone off the stage now, please.
We need to form a international state band.
Lining up with this. Let's talk about the spoiler effect. So this is data from a real election in Vermont that used the instant runoff system. As you can see, the voters greatly preferred Montrol over all other candidates. However, because Montrol got the least votes in round 1, he was eliminated, and did not win this election. Even though he was preferred over the other candidates. That's fucked up. This code happened on this server and we won't even know. Because we don't publish those results. I implore Boy to executive order to release the full ballot data for all previous elections.
I also implore.
I'm done talking about the instant runoff issues. Let's move on to how you're fixing it. So this is star voting. Bear with me. Get closer if you have to. So first of all, on your ballot you give each candidate a score. The official suggestion for star voting is give your favorite candidates 5 stars. Give the ones you don't support at all 0 stars. And for everyone else, score them however you think. So you count the scores up in every ballot. And find the 2 candidates who scored the highest. In this example it's Carmen and Blake. So you go back to the ballots for the automatic runoff round. You look at how each voter scored Carmen and Blake. And whichever one was scored higher gets your final vote. It doesn't matter what their score was. If they were scored higher than the other, your final vote goes to them. 1 vote. The score doesn't change the vote. It's just 1 vote. If you scored the same, your vote is counted as no preference. And then you have a winner. Any questions? No questions?
Nah.
Well, that concludes my presentation. Star voting gives more power to the voters.
I agree.
And encourages candidates to campaign strong for all of the players. Rather than finding alliances until they have a majority. Which was the only feasible strategy with instant runoff. Please vote yes on this proposal to make our elections more fair. That is all. Any objections? Any objections? Any comments in support?
I would like to speak on it. Now, at first, I wasn't persuaded. I thought, like, some parties would vote in a stupid way that would give them an advantage, but then it came to me in a dream. All right, it just came to me. I understand it now. Basically, ranked choice voting was invented like a billion years ago, and the star voting, people came up with it in 2014. Like, that's very recent, and they debated, they thought about it, and the result is, as you all know, the elections have always been and will always be about vibes. And star voting is the vibe voting system. So I think it will reflect the opinion of the voters more accurately. Alright.
So I like this because I think stars are pretty awesome. I mean, it's on this plane right now, a star in the name. Yeah, I think I'm in support of this because I do feel like it'll make elections a lot more fair. I also feel like it'll help, especially this election, the results made it seem like Atlas was a lot less close to winning or a lot less popular than they actually were. And I fear that can maybe like demotivate some candidates, possibly. So I'm in support of this because I
release
feel
the
it will
numbers, Mr.
strengthen our
President.
democracy. And yes, regarding the executive order, I will make an executive order on this soon.
Can you write it now?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try, but I'm a little sleepy. I don't know how to fucking word this. All right, so I'm trying my best here.
I'm gonna help him write it.
You could do it before the next session, or whatever it is.
That's true. I'll do it before the next session. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Star voting, cool. Vote yes on star voting.
If the president can use chat for his executive orders, so can you.
We will not use. Alright, we will use ChatGPT. We will use ChatGPT for all proposals.
The day some MF submits a chat-written proposal. Any other comments?
I concur with star voting.
Alibaba should write
it. Seems good.
Well, that's it for proposals for tonight. We move on to closing speeches. Who's up?
I can go. Guys, we really need to start building train stations. Like, everybody should start building train stations in important spots, near their bases, so we can all connect it. We can't make train stations on our own. So please make a train station like in any way you want, but it has to have 2 parallel train tracks going in opposite directions. The right track goes forward, the left track goes back. That's it. Please build it so we can have the train network.
I agree you should put train stations. But 2 parallel tracks is dumb.
What do you mean?
Ooh.
That's all.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Let me speak to the people, Piccolo!
I wanna go first.
Okay, let him go first.
So, pretty good meeting here, guys. Alright, we didn't do a lot of filibustering. This is very, very concise. We got our points across. Very, very productive. Very awesome. I was also eating Pringles. They were very good. One last thing. Sweet berry bushes are awesome. I'm gonna eat a sweet berry right now. That was very cool. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the sweet berry, Nate. There you go. That's all I want to say.
I don't want it.
The person who just came up, Loban, you don't understand. You don't be understanding. The rest of us are understanders, but you not be understanding. The reason there's 2 tracks is like it's because it's like 2 lanes on a road, right? You can't have 1 lane on a road because what if 2 cars are going the opposite directions? They crash into each other.
1 lane road, please.
You need 2 of them because there's more than 1 train. You know what I'm
Republicans
saying?
for 1 lane roads.
True. Anyways, that's it. You're gay.
I already built bridges for 1 track.
Well, expand them.
I don't want to make them bigger. It's hard.
I will do it, dude. Like, it's not hard for me.
Respectfully, General and Lemon have been leading the train's effort. Let them decide.
If you make a train station with 1 train track, I don't think we can connect it to the system.
Also, hardly enough people use trains to justify 2 directions for me.
You don't get
You're
it, dude!
no fun.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Oh yeah, nobody uses trains because we don't have trains yet. That's true.
They'll ride the train for hours once we have them.
Yeah. And with the immersive, improved train camera, it's gonna be so much fun.
So I'd like to speak on a few things. First of all, I'm always looking for volunteers to help run events. If you're open to hosting any events ever, please DM me so I know to reach out to you when I need someone. And you know how to operate Ops Studio. And if you know how to operate Ops Studio, you should DM me. I want a team of people for running the camera accounts. So we can get more shit recorded and done without me having to do it. I have an entire system set up for you to remote into the streaming PC with the camera accounts. If you're good at pressing the start recording and start streaming buttons, this is for you. Moving on from that. I'm getting married tomorrow, you're all invited to the wedding. See more info in the activity board channel. Jem is the priest. It's gonna be great. The wedding will probably not be streamed. I will record it though.
You know, it makes sense.
When will we have the first divorce on Strudel?
When Reliport marries, it'll be
Not
2 hours
here,
later.
hopefully.
Reliport will immediately get beat his wife and or husband.
Me and Lemon will have the first wedding and Leopard will have the first divorce.
Custody battle seems way more hype than a wedding.
Yeah. Can we do it in court?
Who's hosting parental court?
Me.
That would be peak. Someone marry Leopard once me and Lemon are done. That's all I have to say. Any other speeches? Any other speeches?
I don't think I need to say anything.
That concludes this second meeting of the 12th legislative session.
Yay.
It's finally over.
Ow.
Yeah, let's do
What
2
the
sessions
fuck?
next time.
Bro.
All of the
God dang
proposals
you,
introduced
Ian.
here will be
You're gonna
spoken on
burn.
again
You're
and
gonna
polled
burn
at
for
the
your
third
actions,
meeting
Ian.
tomorrow.
You Americans
yes,
are
I'm
way
sorry,
more hype
Larry.
than the U meeting.
Now, let's get this back on page to close.
Vote yes on star voting.
Vote yes on AE2. Electric Boogaloo.
Let's get some music on stage.
Do I have a unique instrument? I have the trumpet.
Ian, how do I get cool weapons like that? I want those. All I have is this lame thing. It does like no damage. I want a cool one. Please give me a cool one, bro. Bro, please. I don't have. Why would I have that? That's such a weird block to want. Why do you want those?
It's
Wait,
to
what
make
do you
hyper
need that
experience.